You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports fans, let's talk about the NFL and Titans running back Derrick Henry. We just got some news that is a devastating blow to not only the Titans, but to Derrick Henry himself. You can see the headline here. Derrick Henry could be out for the season in Titans crusher. Now, apparently he has a foot injury that he suffered yesterday during the game. And this guy was the best running back in the league. He was roughly almost 400 rushing yards ahead of the Nets' closest back. But let's read this here, guys. The Tennessee Titans are in jeopardy of losing Derrick Henry for the rest of the season. The NFL's most devastating running back suffered a potentially season-ending foot injury during Sunday's 34-31 win over the Colts, ESPN reported Monday. Henry will undergo an MRI exam to determine the extent of the injury. During Sunday's win over Indianapolis, Henry played through the injury and was often seen limping in and out of the game on offense. Henry totaled 28 carries for an uncharacteristic 68 yards. That is really low for him against the Colts. The 6-2 Titans are among the top teams in the AFC and have won 4 straight games, including a Monday night thriller against the Bills in Week 6 and a beatdown of the Chiefs in Week 7. Henry is in the midst of an explosive season and was on track to break a number of records. He has 937 rushing yards on 219 carries with 10 touchdowns in 2021. The 6'3", 247-pounder handled 219 of 230 running back rushing attempts for the Titans this season. He has 353 more rushing yards than any other player in the league. I mean, he was just blowing by everybody, guys. Just blowing by everybody. This is absolutely devastating here. You can actually see his stats right here for the season. He was averaging 4.3 yards per carry. He already had 10 touchdowns. He was on pace for 20 touchdowns and almost 1,900 yards. Now, I believe it was roughly at the beginning of the season, I believe it was ESPN trying to make the case that he potentially could actually end up breaking Emmitt Smith's rushing record. I saw that. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. But one thing, he's already 27, and running backs pretty much when they get to 30, they're pretty much done. I don't want to say he would necessarily be done, but for his career, he doesn't even have 7,000 rushing yards yet, and he's over 11,000 yards behind Emmitt Smith. It was never going to happen, but I can understand why, they wanted to bring it up, because if you look at his career, he's had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons here, and he was the best back in the league coming off a 2,000-yard rushing season, and he was on pace to be close to 1,900 this year. Yeah, I don't see that actually happening. I never saw it actually happening. Tennessee Titans are in trouble. Let's just face it. They are in trouble without this guy. They really, really are. And they were actually a pretty good team this season yet again. Remember a few years ago, they actually knocked out the Patriots in the first round of the playoffs, and that was Tom Brady's last game. But what do you guys think of this? Derrick Henry lost for the season. We don't actually know what the injury is. Is it an Achilles injury or something like that? I'm not really sure. But when you're talking about foot injuries with running backs, it's a good possibility that he cannot be the same player ever again when he comes back. Now, we know that Adrian Peterson, I believe he had tore his ACL. If I'm not mistaken, he came back strong. But then after that, he pretty much started going downhill from there. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans. Bit blow for the Titans. Derrick Henry goes down for the season. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.